lots of times.
He's a producer.
Hey, I'm looking for Mrs. Bubblegum. Yeah, you know I need the sweet love, cocoa butter kisses that I could only dream of. Making people want the love we have when they see us. I love ya, I want ya, girl, I really need ya. Is it real? Is it real? See, I don't want to question this. Real? Is it real? I think that's a definite. I thank God every day, cause yeah, she really heaven sent. See, God don't make mistakes. My baby's really evidence. Kisses on the cheek that I can't get enough of. You keep the smile on my face from sun up to sun up. I take you out on dates and I could buy you roses. See, I know this ain't perfection, but this really the closest. The fussing and the fighting isn't necessary. The Valentine's for us is not only in February. Anything you want, and you can get it out of me. See, I just ask for loyalty, man. Show me that you down for me.
Yo, what's happening, Phil? How you doing?
Good. We are back at it once again. Today we switched to NFL because of schedule conflicts with John. So we had Elijah and Javi on the NBA pod on Tuesday. Me and John on the NFL pod today. And
did Javi say anything? Did Javi say anything about our matchup, low key?
Honestly, I was supposed to ask him. I forgot to ask him.
Thank God. Hey, Javi, if you're watching this, we cover NFL here, so we're gonna talk fantasy a little bit. But let me just say, I love your team. I respect your team. I'm excited for this week 1 matchup. Everyone doesn't have a win yet. Let's see who comes out with it. It's gonna be a battle. He could definitely win this week, Phil. You know what I mean? Are you playing a little ahead or are you playing behind? What's your projection looking like in fantasy? I don't mean to start off with a weird note, but it's first week of the playoffs, baby. Let's get it.
Right. So hey, I mean, we you guys already know the outro. We're live on everything. Follow the socials, etc. We're live twice a week.
In there.
Oh yeah, no, we're good. Also, hey, we're close to 300. We're like 4 away on the gaming channel, like 12 or 13 away. We've been making a lot of progress on the podcast channel. So shout out to everyone involved. I think we're like 12 or 13 away from 300 on there. But hey, like John said, fantasy football season is in the ending moments. We're in the playoffs. Round 1 for everyone's league, hopefully, because if you played round 1 last week, then you have a problem with your league. But
I know someone who's playing round 1 next week.
That's nasty.
And I'm not 100% for it, but he said it was a small league, so I get it. I get.
If is it under 10?
It's a 10. I think it is a 10. And I was like, dog, still too many. But like, I hear you. You know what I mean? Like, it's a 6-man playoff. It's not bad.
Me and John made the playoffs, and Elijah. So everyone, I think everyone but TJ made the playoffs. So almost the whole pod made it.
Sorry about it.
Oh yeah, did TJ make it? Oh no, TJ's not in the league. Never mind. So yeah,
everyone if TJ was in the league, he would make it.
Yeah, but, everyone in the pod are in the playoffs. So we're gonna go through all the matchups, and we'll go through me and John's matchup last. So let's go with the one that has almost no effect on us. The battle of the Williams. Ronald versus RJ. Ram Records versus Swiftest Nakua. The 3 seed is RJ. The 6 seed is Ronald.
I'm paying a lot of attention to this matchup.
You face the winner potentially.
If I win.
Yeah.
So I'm paying a lot of attention to this matchup. Would you like to go first on the analysis, or you want me to go first? I'm pulling up fantasy now. Sorry, that's why I'm a little late on it. My bad.
For me, as of right now, the projections, RJ is favored to win 146 to 137.
You might change. That might change tonight. That might not change tonight. I think it depends what Puka Nakua does, and I think that's what. I mean, maybe you're gonna get into. My bad. I'm sorry about pushing the thing, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is between Puka Nakua, Ain Chain, Saquon Barkley. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think his big players got to come out, and I wonder who's gonna score more. You know what I mean? Because this is a tight matchup. 47% to 53%. I mean, Jalen Hurts is balling. He won me a championship last year. He's going to come out. I mean, these two teams are pretty damn good. You know what I mean? At least in terms of like structure. So I mean, they're irrelevant. They're low seeded, or they're high seeded, but they're still pretty damn good. So
yeah,
Phil, what do you think about this matchup?
For me, I think the biggest X factors are going to be for Ronald, Hurts, and Barkley.
Yeah.
If those guys don't go off or have like a good game, I think he loses. Just because for RJ's team, he does have a 9-point advantage. Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, he has a stack there. Puka Nacua has been going off. Zay Flowers has been good. Jonnu Smith. He has a lot of good pieces. So
I'm really almost regretting my trade now. My Nacua for Neighbors trade, which I don't regret because I'm thinking about keeping Neighbors into next year. So it was meant for that. And
but were you thinking future, or were you thinking I want to win a championship now?
I was thinking future. It was a future move because he's a 3rd round pick.
I would have kept Nacua.
I understand you. I hear what you're saying, but I still love him. Don't get me wrong. It's just next year's quarterback is going to be so much better. Do you know what I mean? Next year's quarterback is going to be so much better for the Giants. So realistically, he's going to put up more points next year than he will this year. So maybe it wasn't great for the playoffs, but if Puka Nacua if they double him tonight, I'm just saying RJ might be in some heat. He's got a lot of good players like Zay Flowers. I think he's gonna have a giant day because the Giants are horrible on defense. But like it's just I don't know. Jaden Daniels has to step up too. You know what I mean? I hear what you're saying with Hurts and Barkley, but Jaden Daniels got to step up.
So who's your pick to win?
Who do I want to play least? Really is the question. And I guess I want to play RJ least because I traded him Nacua. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if he beats me, he beats me. But I also don't want to play.
Honestly,
I don't want to play.
I if I was in your position, I would not want to face Ronald just because he has the Hurts and Phil and Barkley combo, and knowing that I could potentially be kicked out by Saquon Barkley, who left the Giants for the Eagles, that would hurt even more. It
would be. And I've been trying to get Barkley all year. If you don't think I've been working back angles, like I don't like Ronald is barely in the group chat, and it's like I don't know. You know what I mean? I'll send him something to get no response. I hear you, but the thing is, Ronald next week is playing a lot of good defenses. A lot of good defenses. So I would love to beat Ronald next week. But at the same time, we'll have to see if RJ wants to take him out this week. We'll have to see. I don't know. I'm definitely rooting for RJ though, low key, because
picking
Barkley's scary. Barkley's scary.
Honestly, I'm picking RJ because I think the Eagles I think the Eagles
don't
have
put this
a
in the
little
group
bit
chat. Don't put this in the group chat. Don't put this in the group chat where we're both picking RJ over.
I wasn't going to. That's a good idea though. Thank you, John.
Because then people are gonna get feelings. No, because then people are gonna get feelings about how whatever. You know what I mean? Like it's like he doesn't watch our podcast to begin with, so I don't care that he gets hurt feelings. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't mean to be like that.
Oh,
but
I was going to, but now I am because he said so.
Definitely don't.
I wasn't even planning on doing that.
Oh,
but,
definitely don't. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose RJ to win just because I think the Steelers they have a good enough defense, and I think Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown, that relationship has been a little strained back and forth a couple of years. So I think he might try to pass and try to do a little bit too much, try to get cute. So
if they don't double Nacua tonight, it might be over for him. Like I don't mean to be like that, but like at least for the past 3 weeks in our
leave Cooper Kupp wide open.
I mean, I'm not. I think it's gonna be a big game for Cooper Kupp too. But what I'm trying to say is like Puka Nacua and like Thursday night football in general. Like if you get off in Thursday night football, there's a big majority you're winning the game. You know what I mean? You want to score as many points as fast as you can, and doing it on Thursday it's the Hershey's cheer up on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Like it is what it is, and I'm rooting for anyone who plays tonight, but I'm also nervous, bro, because I don't got nobody who plays tonight.
Me neither. I don't think so. Me neither. Next up, Elijah, our commissioner / our extra for the podcast, versus Zach. Now this has been a little nice rivalry. Elijah basically said, He saw Zach praying for a win, and he said, "I hope your prayers don't get answered." So this is gonna be very interesting. Elijah is a 30-point favorite, 142 to 112, and I can see why. Herbert's been on the tear. Aaron Jones been good. Jamar Chase has been otherworldly. So is Brock Bowers, and Juwan Jennings always goes off against the Rams. So I can see it, but it all depends on Zach, Joe Burrow, Gibbs. I think the RB2 and Warren might bite him in the ass. Metcalf is injured. Addison just came off a huge game, so he might come down to earth. Yeah. And Njoku is questionable, so he has to replace his tight end 1 now. And then Dallas defense versus Carolina. I feel like Carolina might have a ball game there since, Dallas is trash. So a lot of question marks for Zach, but I definitely got Elijah. He just has a way better team.
Oh, I hear that. No doubt. I just, if I'm Zach, why are you not playing Quentin Johnson? Quentin Johnson's going to go off against Tampa Bay. You know what I mean? Why? I'm not saying play Aaron Rodgers this week, but he had 300 yards last week. So, all I'm saying is, if you're picking Joe Burrow over Tennessee, which it should be an amazing game, I hope Joe Burrow, and that is going to be an amazing game. It just
for Quentin Johnson,
I love the Joe Burrow thing. Yeah, no doubt.
For Quentin Johnson, I wouldn't play Quentin Johnson, to be honest.
Over DK Metcalf in Green Bay, you're crazy. I'd play Quentin Johnson over DK Metcalf in Green Bay any day of the week.
We saw how Quentin Johnson performed 2 weeks ago with the drops.
We saw how he played. Didn't he just play last week amazingly or something? Didn't he have 3 or 4 good catches? What did he have last week? He had 15 points. He had 5 catches for a touchdown. I mean, I'm not saying he's going to light it up, but what I'm saying is Green Bay is a great pass defense. There's a reason why I picked them up. You know what I mean? It's I don't know. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah. I mean, I do like Mark Andrews. I want to go Josh here because of Gibbs, but I mean, he's got so many number 2s. You know what I mean? So I got to go Elijah. Sorry about it. But yeah, it's 8 versus 1. So David's going to have a big stone. And my question is to you, do you think Gibbs is that big stone for Zach? If anybody comes out and puts up a lot of points, it's probably
he's going to have to.
Burrow. Yeah.
They're gonna have to. Yeah, Burrow and Gibbs are gonna have to have monster games because those are the best 2 players in this lineup, so they're gonna have to.
Okay, makes sense. I hear you.
Okay. Next up,
game,
my matchup. Since we're doing your matchup last year, defending champion, me versus Kevin. Kevin is a 9-point favorite, I believe, minus 8.8. Basically, Jared Allen versus Jared Goff. It's gonna be a good matchup. I think it's going to be a shootout, so hopefully both of them score points. I need another performance from Josh Allen last week. Josh Jacobs versus Seattle. He has beat
Josh Allen last week was amazing. Josh Allen last week was why people had their playoffs last week. No
50, 60 points. Yep.
Yeah.
But Kevin does have 2 players playing tonight, and Cooper Kupp and Kyron Williams, both heavy hitters for the Rams. So it's going to be interesting. I think this game might determine the matchup, actually, because if Williams and Kupp ball out, might be looking tough for me for the second round. So
I hear you,
but I'm still picking me to win regardless. So
okay, anybody on your bench that you're thinking about taking a flyer on, or you're loving your lineup as it is? I mean, there might be a no. You know what I mean? That might be an absolute fucking no. You know what I mean? I don't mean to curse. By the way, cursing jar. We'll be adding that next week. That's one. Write it down. It'll add for cancer. We'll donate.
What are we counting as a curse word? Just to be sort of clear.
The majority of it, like the basic ones, you know what I mean? And then not darn it. Like darn it's not a curse.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if you want to make up a word that you know what I mean is
are we counting shit as a curse word?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's a basic one. You know what I mean?
Damn.
And by the way, that's one to you. No, not damn.
Okay.
There are borderline ones, but damn is not one of them. I hear you.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay, Phyllis. Yeah, but who do you think is gonna win this matchup between me and Kevin?
I'm hoping not you. No offense. I don't mean to be like that. I don't mean to be like that. I mean, realistically, this is also a big Thursday question for Kevin. Like, if Kyron Williams doesn't score tonight, that's a blow. If Cooper Kupp, he needs Cooper Kupp to score too, Loki. I mean, and they might both have big games. You never know. But I don't know. It's a tough matchup, no doubt. I mean, don't worry, Bill. I mean, realistically, I would like to pick you. Yeah, you have a great lineup. You know what I mean? It just a lot of the teams you're playing, at least from ESPN standards of rankings of defenses, aren't green. They're more red. You know what I mean? So it's like you're playing harder teams. So players definitely might come out and cash. I don't know. This is going to be a hard one. I think this is more 50-50 than 54-46. So I will go you here, but you're not favored. So I'm going to need you to I'm just saying the Thursday effect might happen to you tonight. I think that's where that boost is coming from personally, but that's just, I don't know.
Right.
Who are you picking?
Okay.
You picking yourself?
Obviously.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool.
I
I just want to hear it.
How about you give us your intro for your matchup against Javi?
Okay, I played Javi. Sorry about it. All right, cool. So, Javi,
You're 26.5 point favorite.
great competitor. Oh yeah, hell yeah. I have a big gap. Right now, I'm at least on the percentage of 62-38. That means nothing to me. Okay, that means absolutely nothing to me, Phil. Job's not finished. Okay, job's definitely not finished. These are bad projections. We'll have to see if Brees Hall comes out or if he's just not going to show up again.
I don't think he's going to play.
We'll have to see what Neighbors does. He might play. I don't know. They're playing the Jags, so I mean, it should be a fun game. Travis Kelce hopefully comes out and has a big game. Last week he kind of had like an okay game. I need Justin Jefferson to have a big game against Chicago. Last time he played Chicago, he only had 2 catches. So that is someone I'm worried about. I'm worried about Nico Collins a little bit. I'm not worried about Lamar. Lamar, I hope, torches the Giants. All right. I saw the Giants play all year. I can tell you that right now. Will Levis was a disappointment to me. Will Levis made me question why we give people opportunities in the NFL because you literally wasted your opportunity, Will Levis. I don't mean to be like that. You got 2 more games. To prove to people in Tennessee that you're a starting quarterback. But last week, that was horrible. Not even 10 points. What are we talking
the first 3 weeks of the season probably should have gave you that.
I mean, I should have known, but like he was young, he's got an arm. He has no arm. All right. If you can't throw on bad defenses, you know what I mean? You have no arm. No offense. I don't mean to be like that. But I'm officially giving up on Will Levis, and Tennessee needs to draft a quarterback this offseason or something. I don't know. You know what I mean? But pull the plug on that. I don't mean to be like that. Yeah. Pull the plug on something. I don't know. Maybe get a veteran. Like, go get Aaron Rodgers. Take the Aaron Rodgers off the Jets. Put him on Tennessee. You know what I mean? Fix all your problems. You did it with Tannehill. You know what I mean? Go get a veteran. But, yeah, I don't know. For me, hopefully I beat Javi. I don't know. Like I said, Javi is a good competitor. I'm nervous about Chuba Hubbard. I'm nervous about Adam Thielen. I'm nervous about, honestly, Cameron Dicker. I'm nervous he beats me by a field goal. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just nervous. Mike Evans hopefully gets locked down. And hopefully so does Taylor. And I don't know. Matthew Stafford might have an amazing game tonight. He might put up 30 points. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous, so I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. Any advice? Who are you taking in this? You taking Javi to upset me?
That would be nice, but
I lost twice to Josh this year. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, but
like I am the second seed, and I lost twice to Josh. So anything can happen. I don't mean to be like that, but
yeah, I got you. I think Javi has too many. Jonathan Taylor's been up and down. Mike Evans. Chargers have a very good defense. Khalil Shakur is up and down as well. Hawkinson, yeah, I'm going with your team.
Okay.
It depends on the health of Brees Hall. Though.
Do you like any backups? Do you like my backups? Look at my bench. Also, George Pickens, where are you at, bro? What are you doing? What is going on? I know, but like I'm crying here. Is this the playoff? Like he's finally getting the matchups he would like kill people on. You know what I mean? And he's out. So it's like, tragic. And also Phil. I'd like to make a prediction, but also I'm sorry about how it might be vastly off. But the 49ers, their running back situation. All right. They just signed a former Jet. I think he goes off if they give him the ball.
Who is he?
Is he a Kako? I can't say his last name. Is he something from Pittsburgh? He played on our team last year. We had him as our 3rd, 4th string. He is explosive. I've seen this guy play. I mean, I maybe not, but with injuries, I think he gets a big week this year. I think I'm just saying, is he whatever his name is from Pitt, who the Jets signed? I'm predicting he has a big week this week. He is I don't know.
Garendo's playing tonight, but I feel like he's injured, so they might limit him somewhat because I think Patrick Taylor is the backup.
And so that's why I have on my team.
Yep.
Yeah. No, but realistically, yeah. And he just got signed off waivers like last week or whatever. So I mean, he might not get anything. You know what I mean? But And I'm not saying I don't believe in Patrick Taylor Jr. They might just give him the ball all night. You know what I mean? But I'm hoping Grendo doesn't go, so it forces Izzy in that lineup, because the Jets, I don't mean to be like that, but like they're just stashing young running backs for no reason. We have 2 rookies this year who are running backs. What's going on? Like, I don't mean to be like that.
Or it might be a lot of Debo halfback action as well.
True. I would love to see Debo in there.
Yeah,
I'd love to see Debo in there.
He needs a good game.
He needs a good game. A lot of people have been calling him out, but yeah,
yep.
I just want to put that out there. I really think Izzy is going to do something tonight. I'm gonna be awesome.
Hey, we will find out. So that's our fantasy football predictions for the playoffs. You know, I'm always going to say I'm going to win every year, so nothing's going to change from that.
Luck.
John, I hope you say the same as well. And
well,
worst case scenario, we can face each other in the finals this year potentially.
We could. Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't mean to.
It should have happened last year, but you know, Elijah stopped that. But hey,
you got to win every week. I
had a speech prepared. So if we meet you in the finals next year, this upcoming year, I got you with the speech I was going to give you last year. So
I love my team, Phil. I don't mean to be like that, but like if they could just show up for me for these next 3 weeks, it would be awesome. But like Elijah's team looks scary, bro. Your team's scary, bro. I mean, Kevin's team it wasn't like last year. Like last year, I had like I was amazing. I don't mean to be like that, but when I say I was stacked, I was more than stacked. Do you know what I mean? Like at the running back position. Yeah.
Let's hopefully, you know,
we all advance. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully all the co-hosts advance this week, me, you, and Elijah. And then it will be me and Elijah next week, and then you versus the winner of the Williams. So we'll see what happens, and we'll get back with you an update next week. So let's get into the week 14 recap. We're only go over like 6 games because some of them matter, some of them don't. Most of the games didn't matter. But the first one, Thursday night football from last week, Green Bay at Detroit. Now this was a slow type of a shootout type of game. Detroit Lions just find new ways to win. Hey, are they the favorite at NFC right now?
Their conversions on 4th down. And like, did you see the video of it? The last play, right? Like the one where he like hands off the thing, the call beforehand. He goes back to the sidelines, Jared Goff, and the dude doesn't even say anything. He just says like, the Campbell's like, oh, we're gonna punt, and then he rolls his eyes and like grunts for a second, like, oh, I wanted to like go for it, and then they switch it. They go for it on 4th down. They get it. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Also, my question for you. There's been a lot of debate on that 4th down conversion near the end of the game.
Sure.
We saw Jared Goff fall to his knees and hand the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs. Was he down?
No, absolutely not. Not in the NFL.
Because a lot of people
in college and high school, absolutely, but not in the NFL. He didn't. I mean, you can say that to a point of a knee, but the definition of give yourself up is like the ref before the play happens says this is a knee. Do you know what I mean? So realistically, I get his knee touched the ground, but you didn't touch him.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like there's forward to give the ball to Gibbs.
Don't get me wrong. For a second, I thought that, but then I remembered that like you have to be touched. Like if you're not touching this league, it's insanely crazy how you're still alive. You know what I mean? And you could do anything you want realistically. Like I don't know, it's crazy.
Yeah, the same way. The same way that if you catch the ball and if someone tackles you and you like roll on their body and not touch the ground, you can still keep going. It's
you could
same type of thing. But yeah, that was very, very gutsy move by Mr. Dan Campbell, and he's just that type of coach you want in Madden. We go for it every 4th down, trick plays, etc., doing whatever it takes to win, and they're just trying to learn from their mistakes from last year. Just be aggressive.
Hell yeah! And honestly, like the Lions look better than anybody. They look, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Eagles look just as, like, they kind of look just as good, you know what I mean? But, like, you talk to Eagles fans, they'll have a problem with Jalen Hurts. And I get you're, like, 11-2, but if you have a problem with your quarterback as a guy who's been there for more than 3 years, you know what I mean? Like, that's a huge question mark going into the playoffs. And that I don't know, it scares me a little bit because I think the Eagles are amazing, but I can't wait to see that game with the Lions. Oh, my God, I can't wait.
Right. So next game, the return of Kirko Chains in Minnesota. And yeah, this was not a pretty one at all. They had Sam Darnold and Bo Nix put up 40 pieces on their head tops for the Falcons. And I talked to Kenny yesterday or the day before. IBT,
how did you feel about that?
A fellow co-host. I mean, he's still remaining somewhat confident. He said they're going to make the playoffs, but yeah, this is if you're a Falcons fan, panic mode probably like a 7 or 8 right now because beginning of the year there was like Super Bowl aspirations. They were like, oh, this defense, Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons, and the safeties. There's other people. The defense has not been great.
Yeah,
offense. Kirk Cousins did not throw a touchdown in 4 games straight. 0 touchdowns thrown and 8 interceptions. So yeah, that's a lot. I mean, people are already questioning whether they should make the switch to Michael Penix now. So, if
can they win the division, or do you don't think they can win the division?
Well, if we look at the Buccaneers, because they're the team they're chasing now, since they're in the lead.
Yeah,
the Buccaneers do have a tough schedule, and I think the Falcons have one team that's tough. That might be a tough challenge for them, which I think is the Commanders. So everyone else is the Panthers or like walkthrough teams. Even though the Panthers haven't played great this year so far, at near the tail end, but
and in decent divisional games. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. I'm not saying I don't believe in the Bucs because they're playing great, but like the Falcons could still turn this thing around. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're not dead yet, and it's
I don't think they make any moves in the playoffs if they're playing like this though.
They need to Minnesota is a playoff team, so to lose that badly when you need Kurt to come out and you need that defense to be better is horrible. But you also need to lose those games to win in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So like, it's not over. Especially, I love wild card teams too. So
yeah, especially with the Bucs. Their last 4 games are the Chargers, Cowboys, Panthers, and Saints. The Saints and Cowboys should be walkthroughs, but the Panthers, they went to overtime the last time they played.
Yeah,
because it took Baker Mayfield, and the Chargers have been, now that our bet's probably dead now, John. Yeah, they've been one of the most credible teams this year so far. And as for the Falcons, their last 4 games, the Raiders, that should be a win. The Giants should be a win. Yep. The Panthers, they're kind of iffy. That's the last game of the season. And the Commanders, they face after the Giants. So they have one hard team in that schedule. So they should.
I mean, if the Panthers,
depending on the Panthers,
give them a run for their money for the last game. I agree. It probably is a win, no doubt. I'm not trying to take anything away from Tampa Bay, but
hey, we thought they were going to beat the Broncos too.
Yeah, so but I think I am more leaning towards Tampa Bay if we're talking about like how if a team that could beat a playoff team coming out of the South.
Yeah,
that's who I'm thinking. Realistically,
yeah. Also with the Bucs and Falcons, the Bucs have a 1-game lead over the Falcons, but the Falcons do have the advantage if they do time records. They swept them this year, so all the Falcons need to do is for the Bucs to lose one and the Falcons to win one, and they got it. But easier said than done.
100%.
I'll find out. Next up, speaking of divisions, Seattle at Arizona. So
that was a crazy game.
Yeah, Seattle won.
I know. I'm happy for him. I know
I'm not.
I know you hate him. I know.
I am still sticking by what I said. Yes, they might potentially win the division, but like I said, we saw this before. I think they're one and done. As soon as they get into the playoffs, they'll probably face a really, really good team, and plus the Packers are going to be a wild card team.
That's true. So I hear what you're saying.
They could face the Packers. Who are the wild card teams right now? See, the Commanders are a wild card team.
Minnesota's a wild card team, but I also wanted to say this. I don't mean to go back to our last game, but I honestly feel like Sam Darnold stepped up in that last game. You know what I mean? Like more than anything. You know what I mean? And now
him and
rotating
Jefferson and Addison went off.
Oof. They did, and now rotating to the Seahawks game, Geno Smith has stepped up. You know what I mean? So like, as a Jets fan, it's killing me. It's killing me how great these guys are doing. I'm so happy for them, but like at the same time, it's like. I don't know. Yeah. I'm gonna throw out a question real quick for you. The Jaguars, they're probably gonna get a new head coach.
Yes.
I doubt you could just trash that Trevor Lawrence contract. But what I'm saying is when they move on from Trevor Lawrence, which because they probably will, you know what I mean? I don't know. I think they do move on from him and he plays somewhere else and he does well. But what I'm saying is like, do you see that happening? Do you see Trevor Lawrence moving on and then maybe getting a second chance and then doing better? I bring that up because
he was like a top 5 pick in the draft. So he should get a second chance somewhere.
Yeah, I just bring it up because Geno, two-day guy, but had a second chance after the Jets. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, and he's working well. Same with Sam Darnold. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. You probably have to go somewhere to be a backup for a year, but like, I mean, even Daniel Jones, he's working in Minnesota. So like. Yeah. I mean, Sam Darnold had an amazing day, but if he ever went down for any type of reason, I mean, Daniel Jones is right there. Like, and I expect him to go do something big without the Giants personally. You know what I mean? If he gets a better offensive line, if he goes to a better organization, no doubt.
Yeah. And with the Seahawks, they're winning the division right now, and they could potentially face either the Commanders, Packers, or Vikings in the first round. And I like the other team chances against the Seahawks. So
I guess everyone else on the Seahawks. Come on, Phil.
Yeah, I mean, the Vikings are definitely better than the Seahawks, and so are the Packers and the Commanders. I feel like they don't have a lot of experience in the playoffs, but I do think they're a better team.
I think that the Seahawks defense with I don't mean to be like that, but other former Jets and Giants, either if it's Love or it's Williams or it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, what I'm trying to say is like, that defense is pretty stacked too. So I'm not saying that you don't have a point in picking other people over Seattle. I'm just saying, let's wait and see it out, because like Seattle, I mean, they're doing pretty good. And I don't know. I have a feeling they do something. They do something weird. I don't know. I have a feeling they win a game. I don't know why, but
we'll find out.
I hear you. Let's get it.
Next up, the shootout. Arguably one of the greatest games so far this year. Buffalo versus LA. Josh Allen versus Matt Stafford. Now Josh Allen ran for 3 touchdowns, threw for 3 more touchdowns. He is right now putting up MVP type performances, and he lost. So even in a loss, he balled out. But yeah, I mean, this Rams team surging late, and the Buffalo Bills, honestly, they could really afford to lose that one, because we all know Kansas City probably get the 1 seed, but I'm pretty sure the Bills got the 2nd seed locked up because everyone else is So, I mean, this team, the Bills, can potentially, their biggest obstacle has always been the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, and once they get the obstacle away, they could probably win a Super Bowl. So,
true.
After even in a losing performance, I still feel very confident in the Bills' ability to win postseason.
I don't know. I hear what you're saying. They have 3 solid wide receivers. I just don't know if they step up for them in that moment. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if, like, as much as I love the Bills and I do think that they're the last hope to beat the Chiefs, like, I mean, these wide receivers better step up. And they have been. Hollins, I'm going to say his name wrong. I think Sharif, right?
Khalil Shakur.
My bad. Khalil Shakur, my bad.
Yeah.
I'm an idiot. My apologies, Khalil Shakur.
Also, Amari Cooper has been just tagging along. I haven't seen much of him so far this year.
I would say somewhat Amari, but I would also say who is their other guy? They have a younger guy.
Curtis Samuel? No, Curtis Samuel.
No, it's
Kincaid.
No, it's the obvious one that I'm not thinking of.
Keon Coleman I haven't seen
Keon Coleman. That's who it is. I'm gonna say Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman was battering a hamstring injury, but I think he'll be the 3rd wide receiver when Buffalo plays Kansas City. I think he'll be the next deciding factor. He really will. Or next year, it'll be his freaking year. I'll tell you that, because he's been bonding with that team, and the chemistry that he's developing with Josh Allen off the field being injured I'm really liking that. I don't mean to be like that, but as a Bills hater, it's hard to hate Keon Coleman. It's really hard to hate him, because right now he's like injured, Phil. So like he's doing a lot of like community service work, and I'm seeing that. I'm like, damn, this guy's a nice guy. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to root against him. He's like Derek freaking Jeter over here. But
okay. Also, we had some great. It's another week. It's in the NFL. We have more Chiefs magic going on, but this time via doink by a field goal. I mean, the Chargers, they started off slow this first half of the game, because I think the Chiefs were up like 13-0 or something like that. But then they stormed back, scored 2 straight touchdowns in the 3rd quarter, and then they play defense. They get a touchdown late, but then Patrick Mahomes and their new kicker, because Butker is on IR, comes in.
He's been there.
Doinks it. What's his name?
I don't know his name, but he was there last year. He was there last year. And then they cut him, and then he came back.
And it just still happens.
Look that up. I'm just saying.
He makes a game winner off the post.
Is it Cameron? What's his name? It's Calamari. What is it? It's something weird. I don't mean to be like that, but
this Chiefs magic is crazy. I'm convinced that there's no way they don't three-peat unless something tragic happens.
Dude, I don't think they three-peat. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like that, but like write it down. We have that written down as a post-it note?
I can if you want me to.
Oh yeah, John does not believe the Chiefs will three-peat.
Matt Wright. That's the kicker.
Matt Wright. Damn it, it's not a weird name.
Yep. You said calamari. You said,
dude, he looks Italian, bro. I'm looking at this guy after this kick, Phil, and I tell you, like, I really wish they missed this kick. Like, I don't mean to be like that.
Don't we all?
About the doink, but like, dude, Andy Reid soaked that clock, bro. He just ran it and ran it and ran it and ran it and ran it, and it just he took a timeout with 1 second. It would have been so humbling if they missed, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but bright side, the Chargers put up a hell of a fight. I think this team with Mr. Harbaugh has a ton of potential. They just
who do they play next week?
The Chargers.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Sorry, I have it here.
We're good. They play. I got it right here. They play the. They play the Bucks next.
Ooh, hopefully the Bucks win, but I doubt it.
Yeah. But hey, also, Cincy at Dallas was the last game of the night, and hey, Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they're going crazy right now. They're doing all they can to help keep the Bengals afloat. They're 5-8 right now. Yeah, the defense and coaching just letting them down crazy. Jamar Chase is in the chase of a triple crown. I think he's first in all the major categories for a triple crown as well. And him and Justin Jefferson are the league leaders in receiving yards, which would be the first time two wide receivers from a college, LSU specifically, would be the leaders in receiving yards. So a lot of history on the offensive end, but their defensive end has been trash. So
what a fact. That's a fact too.
So also, is there any hope on them making the playoffs, you think?
Phil, there's as much hope on them making the playoffs as us cashing our bet. Because I have some news to tell you. Yeah, it could happen, but I got some news to tell you. Our bet, right? I was rooting for the Chiefs to lose last week, so the Chargers would beat us, right? They have 3 more games left. Do you want to know who those 3 games are against?
Who?
The Buccaneers, the Broncos, and the New England Patriots.
Of course it's.
What if the Chargers lose the next 2 games, right? And then beat the New England Patriots? How would you feel? That's just my question to you.
All I have to do is say, hey, let's look at the Bears record real quick.
Hey, no, Phil. No. You suggested.
Also,
I'm not saying I wasn't wrong somewhat too. I agreed with this.
Side note, the Bears are 4-9 right now, and they have 4 games left. So even if they win out, they finish under 8.5.
Dude, they were scared. They're a scary combination. They just need a head coach to lead them somewhere. They'll be the Lions soon. Their defense is scary. Their offense looks scary with a rookie. Bro, I won't take the Bears next year either. I don't care.
They did lose via a Hail Mary, a blocked field goal, an overtime game, and other stuff.
That's what I'm saying.
But, hey, it is what it is.
And the Jets are 0-7, down 6 or less this year. I just want to put that out there. 0-7. Might be 0-8.
Yeah, but I don't know what needs to happen for the Bengals. They need to draft. They need to get some defensive help ASAP, or maybe change their coach, because Zach Taylor, ever since that Super Bowl, I'm looking great, buddy.
No, I agree with you. He's not it. They need a defensive-minded coach because the offense is already set. You know what I mean?
True. Unless, if Higgins leaves, other people leave, et cetera.
I do believe that, but I believe Joe Burrow is good enough to run an offense. You know what I mean? Like, you know how Tom Brady was good enough to run an offense in New England?
Yep, with lacrosse players.
I'm not saying, with lacrosse players. I mean, some Olympians, I just want to put that out there. Some Olympians he ran it with. But, hey, it is what it is, here nor there.
Jacob Johnson.
That's all I'm saying. Phil. But I don't know. I really think if they go defensive, like if they for example, Minnesota loses their defensive coordinator, which is Flores. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think he could go to Cincinnati and win. I don't mean to be like that, but like, wouldn't you want to do that if Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are on your offensive side?
Yeah.
It's scary combinations, but at the same time, you never know. I really think they should go Bill Belichick personally. Why not?
I mean, too late for that now.
He's in North Carolina. That's official.
He did his press conference today to announce it.
Oh, I didn't even know it. My bad. Sorry about
it.
Yeah,
it's too late for that.
I mean, hey, that means Steve Belichick's taking over in 2 years in North Carolina. That's crazy, don't you think?
They went from a 72-year-old head coach to a 73-year-old head coach. So good job, North Carolina.
Yeah, that's a good job, honestly. No, seriously. I mean, North Carolina has been laughed at for years. So I'm excited to see what happens with the next 2
Yeah.
years.
Gotcha. They've always been big in basketball, but football. Ooh.
They might really start taking it though. I mean, I'm excited. I don't know.
We will see. Unless if Bill Belichick coaches the Carolina Tar Heels, just like we did the Patriots the last couple of years, they're in trouble because I don't want the 5 stars. Let me see what I can do with 2-star recruits.
No, but like think about it. Like he plays against Clemson. He plays against like FSU. Like
so
those. Do you think those coaches are excited? That's what I mean. Yeah, he's definitely gonna need recruits. But what I'm saying is like, do you think those coaches are excited? Like, do you think Dabo Swinney's like, woohoo? You know what I mean? Like, I'm shaking my butt. You lost Nick Saban to then get Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
And you know Nick Saban's going to coach down there.
Might be assistant.
Might be. I'm just
Imagine
saying.
he gets all the old coaches, the staff.
That'd be sick. Okay.
So, next up is our Week 15 pick'ems. Me and John are obviously going to pick games to see who wins. So, for Thursday Night Football all the way down. So we're gonna do our recording like we do as always. I said there's no recording since today's Thursday. So fuck it, no recording. So let's just get right into it. Thursday Night Football tonight, the Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. Isaac Guerrero is playing tonight. I don't know how banged up he is, but he is playing tonight.
Damn. So sorry, Izzy, you're not playing tonight. Unfortunate.
Damn. Tragic. But San Fran always had the Rams a number in the regular season, but with all these injuries and them like fading into the background for this year, I'm going with the Rams with the upset.
Interesting.
So they're an upset betting wise. They're plus money on the ML, so I'm going Rams.
I know they're an upset betting wise. I think
they're like 3.5 favorites. So
I know. And I want to go Rams here.
Then do it.
Damn.
What's stopping you?
The 49ers.
Yeah,
what they did last week. I mean, if Brock Purdy comes out and
who did they play?
What? I don't even know who they played.
They played the Bears. Come on,
they did, but that Bears defense is good. What I'm saying, he came out against a good Bears defense. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Was it memorable on the Bears side? Absolutely not. I hear what you're saying, but like,
yeah, they let up like 40 something points. Oof.
I know. I'm gonna go 49ers here. I don't know why. Okay. I think it's Dr. Locks or whatever it is. I've been watching too many TikToks. It's a good thing of a good band. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I'm going to go 49ers money line. It's weird. Gotcha.
Next up, the first game the Panthers have been favored in I don't know how long. They stay home as they welcome the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going Carolina. Fuck it.
I'll go Cowboys. Cowgirls, whatever you want to say.
Because
I mean, Carolina's playing amazing, but
it would be nice to see him get an upset win here. So why not? I'm picking Carolina.
Sure. I Rico Dow, so as long as they run the damn ball. Run the damn ball. All right? Run it.
Or pass it to him.
No, or pass it to him. Why not? But get him the ball. Rico Dow.
He can receive, yeah. Next up, Kansas City at Cleveland. I'm going Kansas City. They're probably gonna win by this is probably one of the scenarios. They probably snap it. It goes over Patrick Mahomes' head, it goes back 50 yards, and then Patrick Mahomes or someone returns it for a touchdown. Some weird way they're gonna win again.
I like the Browns. I like them to win an irrelevant game. They probably will not win this game, but I like the Browns here. I'll go Kansas City.
Gotcha.
I like the Browns. I do like the Browns. Dude, Jameis Winston's my guy. I love his anything. Anything Jameis Winston, sign me up.
He's someone that you need and want in your locker room.
Dude, he was in the offensive line meeting for Hard Knocks. I was like, that's what you do. Like, where are all these other quarterbacks at? Sorry, my bad. Let's go back to the thing. Stay in focus. That also needs to be added to the dollar. We need to get a real jar in here.
Hey, true. Next up, some AFC powerful offenses. Miami Dolphins at Houston Texans. I'm going Miami here. I think they're going to put up a late surge / fight to make a playoff run. I don't think they get it, but I think they put up a good fight.
I agree with you. Miami. I don't think they get it. I'm going to go Houston here. All right, CJ Stroud. I'm going to look straight into the camera as I say this. Aaron Rodgers, at age 40, put over 300 yards last week. All right? Nico Collins is your best friend. Throw it to the ball to him.
Oh, right? So this is bias. This is fantasy football bias.
No, this is fantasy football bias. But what I'm saying is the object of the whole is so, like, what I'm saying is you got this, buddy. And by the way, Stroud and Proud should be playing CJ Stroud this week. I'm just putting that out there. Sorry about it. I'm just saying.
Hey, true. So you got Houston. I got Miami. Next one, Cincinnati at Tennessee. Now Tennessee, no, I think Cincinnati should win this one just because we've seen what Will Levis can do. So I'm gonna go Cincy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Cincy by a million.
Gotcha.
I bet blow them out.
I hope so. Next up, Washington at New Orleans. Now this could be Marshawn Lattimore's first game as commander since the Saints traded him a couple weeks ago. So regardless, I'm going Washington Commanders.
Yeah, I'll take Washington too.
Nice. Next up, this is gonna be a fun game for you. Mac Jones versus the Jets once again, but this time as a Jaguar. Who you got, John?
Damn.
I'm going the Jets. They if they lose to Mac Jones and the Jaguars, so
Phil, why? Go Jaguar. Just go Jaguars for Mike's sake.
Oh yeah, because you want the better pick.
No. I mean, I'm going wrong. I'll pick the Jets too, and I don't care if they jinx them. Like the Jets are jinxed no matter what. Like I'm watching these Jets.
That's what Aaron Rodgers said.
And I have to be honest with the people who listen to this podcast. If you're taking the time to listen to this podcast and you're hearing me go off about the Jets every week, I'm sorry so far. All right, I'm sorry about it. All right, they're like I said, 0-7, 6 points under. They should be winning half of these games, but whatever. Let's take a deep breath. Let's understand there's no leadership there. All right. Let's understand that's why Woody Johnson has turned this franchise into a joke. A New York team, a $5 billion team into a joke. Whatever. Let's not for a second. I will pick the Jets because I believe that defense in Jacksonville is just as bad as the offense, but I can see the Jaguars winning because the Jets have led up to they've been winning for the past 2 weeks, and then the fourth quarter they just let it up. You know what I mean? So it's just it's hard. I don't know. I think the Jets by a lot, but it's hard. I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize for all the great Jets content. I believe in them, but I'm just not gonna get on the hype train ever again. I just want to put that out there. At least next time I'm on the hype train, it better be in 3 years or more. They've already would have to win a Super Bowl before I promote them to ever win a Super Bowl again. That's what I'm saying to you, Phil. I will never pick the Jets to win a Super Bowl at the beginning of the year ever again.
You put hard U.S. currency on them winning the Super Bowl too,
bro. Not this year, last year,
the year before, yeah.
Because they're not. I mean, hey, before that Achilles, it was kind of decent. You know what I mean?
So,
it was
yep.
history of the NFL.
Speaking of New York teams, so thankful that Juan Soto signed with the Mets to help keep the energy off the New York football teams.
Hell yeah.
More fancy implications for you. Baltimore versus the Giants and MetLife.
Give me Baltimore.
Baltimore blowout, yeah.
By a million. I just want to say something to Lamar Jackson. No touchdown is enough touchdowns. All right? If you beat them by 45 points, nobody cares. Not 6, not 7. Keep running it up, especially this week. All right? This week.
Put up a Josh Allen type of
especially this week. All right?
Josh said I want 3 passing and 3 rushing touchdowns. Minimum.
I do. Not minimum, but anything that the potential MVP could do, former MVP, to you, appreciate you. All right, I'll go Baltimore by 1,000. Thank you.
Next up, we have the battle of PA, Steelers at Eagles. This one is going to be a very, very good game, but I think the Steelers get a loss here just because I think they've been riding a little bit of a high. They need to come back down to earth a little bit. So yeah, I got the Eagles. I like their offense better than the Steelers.
If George Pickens was playing, they win this game. They win this game. I just want to put that out there. If George Pickens plays, they win this game. I think the Steelers defense is amazing. I think that they will give Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley some problems. I think Saquon Barkley is amazing as well, though, as a Giants fan. So, yeah, I guess I'll go Philly. But if George Pickens plays, Phil, I want Pittsburgh. I want by a lot. I don't mean to be like that, but
fair enough.
Yeah.
Next
Najee Harris,
up.
go off, bro. Go off.
Hopefully.
Sorry about it.
Next off, Colts at Broncos. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, give me the Broncos. It's
yep.
unfortunate.
And
let's move on.
Potentially the matchup of the week. Buffalo versus Detroit. Josh Allen versus Jared Goff. James Cook, Monty.
Is it going to snow in Buffalo this week?
Well, it's at Detroit, so.
Oh, it's at Detroit? Okay, gotcha. I just want to make sure. I ask the question.
This is going to be a shootout, I hope. But I'm going Buffalo. I think Detroit can afford to lose a game here. And the Buffalo are going to try to still play for that number 1 seed. And they just came off a loss against the Rams. So I don't think they lose 2 back-to-back shootout games in a row.
This is where I want you to watch this game. and I want you to see that there are two levels of football. There's the Detroit Lions, and there's the Buffalo Bills. And everyone's
wow.
asking for a Bills Lions Super Bowl, but who's played where? I just want to put that out there. The Detroit Lions have played better than the Buffalo Bills. I understand that they're in the East versus West. Like, there's a huge difference between like NFC, AFC, but like, I think the Lions are gonna win this game. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be like, I think they're just built better.
Fair enough. Next up, Tampa Bay at the Chargers.
I'm rooting for Tampa Bay. Just because you know
Tampa
New
Bay
England,
to
baby. Hey, we got one game. Hey, I mean, it's probably. Let me pick the Chargers just so we jinx us. But you know what I mean. I hope Tampa Bay wins. Okay.
I got Tampa Bay. They need to keep up with this race for the division. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Next up, New England at Arizona. I'm picking Arizona because I want us to tank. Plain and simple.
Same. I'll go Arizona too, but that tanking I am deplored.
Hold on. I believe the Cardinals have. Oh, the Cardinals are still fighting for a playoff spot, 6-7, and the Patriots are 3-10. As of right now, the Raiders and Giants are the only teams with 2 wins, and the Patriots are up by 1 win. So yeah, they need to keep stacking that top 3, top 5 pick range. So I got the Cardinals.
Phil, can I ask you a question? Does anything disappoint you on this Patriots team? Like, do you like your GM? You like your head coach?
I mean, Elliott Wolf has been good so far. Apparently, we're in talks to get Chris Godwin and or T. Higgins in the offseason.
Yeah,
if they're available. So
I believe that when I see it. But hey,
yeah,
you're gonna overpay for Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin has been consistent.
He has been consistent, and he's been good. But he's also been playing in 80-degree weather for the majority of the year. I just want to put that out there.
Majority of his career.
I mean, hey.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's better than what we have now, so yeah.
But I hear that. All right. What's next? Any other games? We got
up next. We have 3 games left. Green Bay at Seattle. I got Green Bay because fuck Seattle. Simple. Better defense and better offense.
Give me the Seahawks. Get ready for the playoffs. Don't give away too much, but I mean, if you can beat Green Bay, I think Green Bay loses just so they get Seattle's card, though. To incentivize what you're saying in Seattle in the playoffs, the loser of this game will have the upper hand. I'm just saying.
Gotcha. And we have 2 Monday Night Football games this week. First up, Chicago at Minnesota. I got Minnesota. This should be a fairly easy game for them.
Yeah, Minnesota. Hopefully.
And the last game. Imagine
they struggled in that game though, low key.
True.
First
we have
matchup.
Yeah, that's true. Hopefully, it's a lot different. Next up, the last game of the week, Atlanta Falcons going to Las Vegas. Aiden McConnell's out. Mr. Gardner Minshew's out, and who are they playing? Their former quarterback from last year, Mr. Desmond Ridder. This storyline is tremendous right now. You want to keep your playoff hopes alive, but you have to get through one of your former quarterbacks to get to that spot. But either way, I got Atlanta. There's no way they can drop 5 games in a row.
You working for the NFL or something? Saying this is a good game. This is a Monday night game, man. This is a betting game, man. Look at your 2 quarterbacks, man. Yes, Atlanta by 1 million, man. Let's go.
Brock Bowers. Hopefully you have a field day.
Facts.
Yeah, so Atlanta by 1 million as well.
Although Brock Bowers, I think it does not have a favorable schedule going into the playoffs. That's what somebody said. I don't know if that's true or not, but we'll see.
Maybe. So, yeah. So hey, that's our pick'ems. Let us know how you feel down below if you agree or disagree. And hey, last words before we head out.
Thank you, Juan Soto. Thank you for signing with the Mets. Let's ride, baby. Let's let it be let's have a good 15 years. I don't know. I'm excited that Lindor's happy.
Yeah, how'd you feel about that reaction? Because I got Elijah's reaction on Tuesday. How'd you feel about the Juan Soto signing? 15 years.
What did he say?
He likes it. Yeah, he likes it. He thinks that they need to make more moves, like strengthen the bullpen and some other things. But yeah, 15 years, $765 million.
Yeah, so, I think I'd like to re-sign a couple more guys that we just had on our team, like Jesse Winkler or
yep, he said that as well.
Pete Alonso, or I mean, we have money for Pete. But I mean, I don't think we're done. I think Steve Cohen still needs to go. I mean, and if they think they're done, let's hope Soto hits, because if he doesn't hit and we're losing, that is a recipe for freaking disaster. All right. You see how I went? I didn't use a curse word there, Phil. I said freaking.
Freaking.
Freaking
Yeah, you stopped
disaster.
yourself.
Freaking. Yeah. Because it's going to be a freak show in Queens if this guy can't hit next year. $765 million. Oh my. In New York. And you let the Yankees he burned the bridge, Phil. He burned the bridge. And it's amazing. I'm standing up. I'm giving him a standing ovation for burning the bridge, for choosing the Mets over the Yankees.
And he said,
is rolling in his grave right now. What are we talking about here, Phil? What are we talking about here?
And someone asked him during his press conference interview today, "Hey, have you talked to any guys from the Yankees?" I haven't talked to every single one. I haven't talked to anyone since the World Series.
That was low-key a red flag for me, though, Phil, because what if he's like a prima donna?
He might
be. What if he doesn't have contact with the outside world? You know what I mean? Like someone said that about Russell Wilson. He has like 2 phones. He has like a phone for his assistant and a phone for him. And only a certain amount of people have the phone for him number. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's all I'm trying to say.
True.
Oh, so, I mean, that's also kind of crazy. How did they not text him? They had to have texted him, right? Like, I feel like that they had to take that out of context.
Maybe since he's moving like to different teams, maybe he got a different phone.
Maybe. Wait, Phil, your detective skills are off the charts today.
This number is no longer available. Please.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. With the Queen's area code, amen. Amen. I love it. I love it. What about you, Phil? Last words.
I mean, hey, grind to 2025 still going on. We've been gaining a lot of traction with followers these last couple of days. So anyone that showed support, followed, and did anything else, appreciated.
Appreciate you.
Just a quick count before we head out. I think we have, I can pull it up right here real quick. Okay, so we have 286 on the pod channel, so 14 away from 300. And we have 296 on the gaming channel, 4 away from 300. So hopefully we can get those numbers before the end of the year. That's our goal. And hey, anyone that's willing to help support it and show love, that's appreciated as well.
Appreciate you.
So hey, I might be on later on to play 2K because I'm trying to do the stream every day thing. And we're still trying to get John on for me and George to play Fort. So we're waiting on John.
Sorry about that. We'll get on that. We'll get on that ASAP. Sorry about that.
Gotcha. So hey, feel free to check out all the socials. Make sure you check out all of our stuff on audio since we always upload it after the pod. So maybe if you want to listen to it via audio, it should be live within the next 25-30 minutes or so after this. Follow us on all the socials. Follow John on the socials. Very talented photographer, etc.
Appreciate
it. Tweet him as well. Make sure he's using his Twitter account.
Sure, I will start tweeting. Let's get this.
Me and John will be live tweeting the game tonight on Thursday Football.
We will not be
my parlay. John on the Twitter. I need one more catch from Debo. Why did he finish with 2?
That's a great question, Debo. 3 catches, baby. Let's go.
Okay. Gotcha. So hey, with that being said, for me and John, we will see you guys next week. It might be the same, or we might switch back to normal. All depends on schedule. I'm always willing to do things for the team because they do the same to me. So I appreciate the squad, especially notifications and stuff that we did change before it happened. So shout out to John for communication. Key. So
hell yeah.
Yep. With that being said, thank you for tuning in and enjoy the outro. And we are out. Deuces.
He's a producer.
Hey. Look, they say good days are coming soon. I'm just tired of waiting. And tears falling in my prayers. I've been crying for patience. I'm scarred. I gotta live the rest of my life with abrasions. You can't convince me that time isn't wasting. I feel like Hamilton the way I've been writing these pages. So you can call me, but you best be on time with the payments. So you can turn this off if you don't like what I'm saying. Or if these lines are too basic. Just know my life getting crazy. Times is getting harder, that could really spark an artist. And I ain't giving up for nothing, I just try my hardest. I say a prayer for the ones departed. A cold world, I just want to show how pure my heart is. But I see the comments, stories going around about the kid, but I'm so timeless, bad energy can't get to me. I'm the reason why we like this, allegedly. But once I see the best from you, that's when you get the best from me. I'm here for your elevation. Success ain't a destination. Ain't looking for reparations. Ain't looking for no type of savings. Stack up the rest of my savings. Can't get no rest in the basement. Can't even lie to you, baby. Time that we spent was amazing. Then I ain't trying to replace you. For you, my mind is still racing. I lost a step, but I'm coming back. I used to put my heart all on display, but I'm done with that. Tired of these bonds that pop easier than bubble wrap. In my notes, like a group of sick, you see a bunch of raps. In the studio, I box the beat is just a punching bag. And for the guys, let them know I love them back. For all of y'all endeavors, I'm wishing you good luck on that. Shout out Q for the beat. This one a groove for the streets. You say you down with me, baby. You gotta prove it to me.